And welcome back to Block TV. Time for Suck My Blockchain, where we scour the World Wide Web for anything and everything you needed to know and what is trending today. For that, we have with us Saran Spitzer, the one and only. Saran, what is trending?
So first up, some parental control action. So the cryptosphere is obviously this kind of bubble, right? And people outside of the bubble don't really tend to know much about what goes on in the space. So naturally, a meme was posted about it to Reddit. The meme was of a dad asking, "Are you winning, son?" And I can't help but picture that actually in like a southern accent, right? "Are you winning, son?"
I actually know the thing that came to mind was Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen with that, "Are you winning,
No,
son?"
Charlie Sheen is winning all the time. Okay, yes, and?
So while the kid is crying, he's looking over his losses, and it's just a bad scenario here. And obviously, a bunch of people started making fun of parents' comments and how they're kind of made. So this first one here says, "My parents, hey kiddo, you still playing with those imaginary coins that float in space? You made money? If not, it's a scam."
Clearly.
That's very typical parental advice.
Right.
But like I said earlier, right, we're in a bubble and not many people understand what cryptocurrency or DLT is yet. And commenters also got into their kind of explanations, especially their explanations to other people, that is, who don't know of the space, especially in the current state of the market. So one commenter posted that the conversation has changed a bit since, and they hear things like, what, Bitcoin is still around? That's kind of what they wrote in the comment we have there on the screen now, right? That's what this person is hearing a lot as they kind of are defending their coin or the cryptosphere as a whole. Others inserted their full-on pre-rehearsed speeches on how they like the tech and then blah blah and all this stuff that you kind of feed people who don't know much about crypto. The typical conversation.
This is the typical conversation where that can always be solved with that line. Love the technology.
Love the technology.
Love the technology. Moving ahead and moving along.
Yes.
Pardon me.
Respect the fallen. So
Who's dead?
Who's dead? So we hear about the crypto. No kidding. We hear about hacks all the time, right? So the most recently we had Cryptopia with the hacks on Ethereum wallets, and obviously Quadriga CX, which we've heard about a lot. And a meme is making its round that says loses all funds during Mt. Gox collapse, opens up a Quadriga CX account 3 years later. Now that's some bad luck.
That's some bad karma.
That is some bad luck.
Really bad karma.
But also there's this aspect of carelessness that goes into this, right? Which commenters pointed out really quickly. So one lucky commenter actually wrote, "Funny thing is, I've traded on pretty much every exchange that's disappeared or gotten hacked. Big Grail, Quadriga, Ether Delta, Cryptopia. I've never lost a thing." And he reminds us, remember to move stuff off exchanges to wallets, people, which is the big conversation here. Everybody is saying this. Even with Cryptopia, people were still putting funds into their Ethereum wallets through that. Why would you do that? How are you not up to date?
Only your wallet, only your wallet.
And another not so lucky commenter wrote, "Lost half of my portfolio on Quad." How very cool, Quad. "Have the other half on Binance." Binance can't go down, right? Right? I mean, it might, so really don't, move those funds. Somebody replied to this comment with, "I'm currently removing all my funds from Binance from what you just said." Smart person right there.
Exactly.
Came to a good conclusion, which is move your funds from exchanges to wallets you control.
Entirely. My God, I'm scared now. Okay,
yeah.
moving ahead to institutional progress.
Institutional process. So an active figure in the cryptosphere, Joseph Young, tweeted about institutional progress that crypto has kind of made over the last year. So they wrote in this tweet, "Crypto has made more progress in institutionalization in 12 months than in previous 9 years. $40 million from they're listing $40 million from two public pension funds in the US, $237 million invested in institutions through Grayscale, Fidelity, and ICE, building infrastructure, major exchanges operating as custodians." Some of that, so the fact, let's say, on the pension funds isn't exactly right. They're only putting in a portion of that money.
Yeah, but still, it's been a few months of, oh my God, we're on the road to institutionalization. Yes.
Yeah. So
One can argue.
everyone on Twitter, so this was posted on Twitter, but obviously shared on Reddit, as people like to do.
Right.
And everybody on Twitter seemed to applaud this. Could, possibly because those are people following this person already, so they're into it. But Reddit was a bit skeptical. So one commenter wrote, "Aren't institutions the exact antithesis of what crypto should be and stand for? Do people only care about their crypto rising and not horrible regulation, hoarding, and wealthy institutions taking it away just like they do everything? It just doesn't make sense to me." I get it.
No, entirely, but I think that will remain the question until everybody decides what exactly crypto is. So
it's a matter of where we're in all of these lectures, right? You always go to these conferences and there's always this talk or a panel on where is crypto headed, or where is crypto going? What are we doing with blockchain? And we're starting to answer those questions.
And I think the only, my advice to you, to everybody, and to you would be, Oran, is, being a hippie after 40 is really hard.
Being a hippie after 40 is really hard. So some blockchain stand-up comedy action here. So a YouTube video is going around that was posted by popular crypto advocate Andreas Antonopoulos from his Ethereum Q&A that was called "We Are All Blockchain Weirdos," which I think is very apt. He was cracking some jokes.
Was he funny?
I think so, and we'll get to check that out in a minute. So all in the sphere could obviously relate to the kind of jokes he was cracking here. And we have some of that video. In this video, he's responding to somebody who gave a question on the community divide in the crypto space. Let's take a look at some of that.
And so, the revolution is barely succeeded when the counter-revolution arises from within. Yeah? And we've seen that happen in Bitcoin, in Ethereum. The funny thing is that each wave of this has barely gotten started before it finds that there's another wave right on its back. So it's like the Ethereum maximalists, like, the flippening is going to happen. We're going to do everything that Bitcoin does, only better. And somebody comes up behind them and goes, "EOS, where did you come from? We're the next Ethereum. What? We're trying to beat these guys." And so the cycle repeats. You're not representing the true vision of Bitcoin. We're going to represent the true vision in Bitcoin Cash. And what's happening in a month? Oh, there's an even truer true vision that is now going to fork off the true vision.
Very relatable, but I do hope he keeps his day job. Okay, what were
There's
the
an
reactions to
even truer,
this?
No, I can't. There's an even truer version that's going to be truer to Satoshi than true can be. I love it.
True can be. Yes, okay.
So commenters were actually questioning the motives of the person who asked the question, writing, "Somehow, I like to think," I don't know why they would like to think this, but I like to think the person who asked the question is not concerned about the community being divided and hurt, rather his crypto wallet being divided and hurt. And maybe that's an ouch though, because people, I feel like, wouldn't go to these talks necessarily for just money. You know what I mean? This is a Q&A. This is somebody who's in the sphere. I wouldn't question their motives. They're trying to make us all connected.
That's how they
and not
get
be
their
divided.
kicks. Okay.
And some came in with positive vibes as well, because we need those, writing, "We are all brothers and sisters. Act like it. Though we may fight sometimes, our shared goal is to survive." And kumbaya and all that good stuff and fun loving, and I wish that was real. And that's how the community
human nature
acted.
will never allow that.
Human nature, and actually, so that's not really in there, but that's how he started off answering that question. Human nature. So the question was framed at how everybody's divided, and
Exactly.
he said, and so he started off with, that is just human nature. We're each in
folks,
competition, and then he made that funny.
Oran Spitzer with Suck My Blockchain. Thank you so much. And of course, for all of us here at BLOCKTV, do not forget to check us out on every single social platform that you have: Facebook, Twitter, Telegram. Ask us questions, we'll answer, and we'll be right back.